there, everyone. That was the sound of a new instrument I made today out of a couple things I found laying around the house. And if you're like me, you're probably super obsessed with synthesizers and keyboards, VSTs, plugins, softwares. And I think it's really important for us to remember the beauty and complexity of naturally occurring sounds. So, my goal today was to take my handy dandy little Tascam recorder and find something cool to record. And the very first thing I did was went into the kitchen and I found a big glass bowl, and that looked like it would work for me. The next decision was, what am I going to strike the bowl with? I tried some scissors, I tried a fork, but it was a little too metally, metallic-y. So eventually I found this thing, whatever this thing's called. And it had a nice little rubber end to it. So I set my bowl up on my desk and recorded myself hitting it with that little dealio. The first thing I noticed is whenever I was hitting it, I could also hear an extra little thud kind of sound because it was rocking back and forth on the surface of the desk. So I grabbed my mouse pad and threw that under the bowl and then kept recording. My next idea was just to start putting water inside of the bowl in hopes to alter the pitch. But what happened was I filled the bowl up with water and set it on the counter, and I gave it a whack real quick while the water was still unsettled and kind of moving around. And it sounded really, really cool. So then it was like, new goal, new plan. Record myself striking this bowl while the water is in motion. And basically that led me to these 3 final samples I chose after I kind of combed through 10 or 15 minutes of raw audio. Here's what the first one sounds like. This one is where the water wasn't really moving very much, so it sounds a little flat. And the second one is the opposite. The water was moving almost too much, and it almost made it sound kind of out of tune a little bit and a little less musical. It sounded like this. But then the third one was definitely my favorite. It just had a really good attack at the beginning of the sound. There was a little bit of movement and just a little bit of pitch drift, and it sounds like this. Also keep in mind, right now there is no reverb, no delay, no effects whatsoever. This is just totally natural sound. So yeah, I was pretty happy with that. But when I was combing through the audio footage, I also realized I recorded myself pouring the water into the bowl. So I layered that in up underneath that note, and I slapped the Valhalla Supermassive delay reverb plugin on it. That's free, by the way. I'll link that. And here is the Vibrabowl. All right. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure and subscribe to the page. Leave a comment. I'll be seeing you soon. Peace.